The field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
So now the Rams send out the field goal team here. From the left hash, this from 39. And his kick is indeed good. And the Rams have the first points here. It's 3-0. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Ready? Ready? Watch the slip. Watch the slip. Ready?
On first down, it's Brock. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Watch the pass.
Newton to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
But that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Out of the gun, Newton. He can run for it, and he will. Newton able to use those legs and get past the marker to pick up the first. So an instance there of Cam being Cam. We know he can use his legs.
And with that big body, it's hard to get him down, even if you get a clear shot on him. Plus, he moves it a lot faster than what people think. And boy, does he have fun playing the game of football.
That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Now the first carry here for Phillip Lindsay. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. Cam fakes the give and keeps it. Got Gordon open, completes it. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Lindsay. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
A small bit of adversity here on what's been a strong drive as they come up 2nd and 12. They'll keep it on the ground. This time it's Gordon. A gain of 8 there on the 8th play of the drive.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a second and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to third and manageable with that run.
This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone. Mike, 58, right there.
They'll give it to Gordon out of the shotgun. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. It's a 47-yard field goal try from here, but instead they're going to opt to go for it on 4th down. Flushed out right. And he finds a man on the crossing route. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out.
Set. Like 8.
Step, Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out. And he's able to work free for about 6 down to the 18. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
Gun.
After the run, Newton going to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Broncos have taken the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6.
2nd and 9 at the 26-yard line.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Watch the slant.
Here's King. From the gun, he'll throw. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. King throwing on 1st down. Flush to his right. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Last play went for over 30 yards. This one not quite as big, but still over 20.
1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Set, ready. Pittsburgh. 54. Don't let him breathe.
On 1st and 10, King. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Ford. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
16-yard line.
Let's go now. Come on, go. Watch my board. Hey, we're pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet. Go. Take it.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And just like that, it's 3rd down. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Now they run from the gun with Gordon. And he gets it to the 34, good enough for the first. 3rd and medium, they opted to run instead of pass, and it worked. 1st down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Steps away to his left. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Credit that sack to Dante Fowler Jr.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations, because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
Throwing on 2nd down. Newton. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
The Broncos on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. A shotgun snap for Newton. Escaping the pressure right. He may try and run for this. And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or 2 short. Gain of 9 that time on the scramble, 1 yard shy of the marker, and it brings up 4th. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this 2nd week of the regular season. To throw is Newton. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. But he will be stopped behind the line as he will not come close to the marker. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Rams get the football in outstanding field position. Now they try the right side here. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens.
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Brought down back at the 36-yard line.
That's what I'm talking about, defense. Hey, we got Mike 50, huh? Hey, let's get this. Check, crunch.
Now King from the gun on 3rd down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. It's a gain of 11 and a first down, L.A. And he'll give it here to his running back. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half.
Here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Give him 2 yards that time, and it's going to leave him with a 3rd and 11 situation. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. A 3rd field goal in the first half, not what they're looking for as they come up on 3rd down. King now, operating from the gun. That's taken in, complete to Reynolds. And he'll be stopped short of the first down right around the 18-yard line. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. This just a 35-yard attempt from the left hash. And his kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we have reached halftime here in a tight 2-point contest. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Going up top into double coverage, and it's intercepted. John Johnson with the INT. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 44-yard line.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. 2nd and 3. Throwing right, and that's complete. Oh, the big play's going to get even bigger as penalty flags are down, and I believe they're going to get a face mask penalty tacked on. So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty. 1st and goal. From the gun, King. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. From a yard out. And the Rams use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. No problem there on the extra point. And that makes this a 9-point game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. They'll start on the ground. This is Gordon on first down. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Now he'll let it go deep left side. He rifles one that's intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open?
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
To throw is King. To throw on second down. Got a man open. That's Devontae Parker complete. That's a gain of 13, first down Rams.
Like so many tight ends nowadays, they have no problem at all putting him in the slot and letting him go to work, and that's a nice pitch and catch right there for a first down.
Rush in, rush in, rush in.
They'll run it now out of the gun. He's got the first down here inside the 30 and all the way down to the 25-yard line. 16 yards is the pickup there and a first down for L.A.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Come on, baby, come on, let's go. Tight up.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Let's go, let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go. 49, check 49, check 49.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run pass option. And the ball is knocked out. It's picked up by the Broncos. And he'll bring it all the way back just a yard or 2 shy of midfield. Charles, he lost a fumble last week as well, so now back-to-back weeks, maybe you expect that from your tailback, but not him.
You're exactly right, because you work a lot with your running backs about how they have to protect the ball in traffic, but downfield in open space, that's dangerous as well, because you may make someone miss, and their flailing hand can knock the ball away if you don't tuck it away.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? And a movement there coming from the middle of the line.
And you understand he wants to get off the ball quickly, but the ball's right in front of him. He has to watch it move first.
We want it. Come to my world.
Cam fakes the give and keeps it. Quick throw out to Gordon on the perimeter. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Melvin Gordon, his first touchdown here of the new campaign, as they have now chopped this lead down to 3. Point after up and good. And that will get them one closer.
16. Broncos 14.
So the lead shaved to 2 now as the kickoff is away. Short boot taken at the 21. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
The Rams take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
Me and you. Whip, 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 whip. Watch the whip. Delta, Delta. Right there, 54.
2nd and 2. And all this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
First and 10 at the 41.
They'll run it now out of the gun. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
He was brought down at the 45-yard line.
They'll run it now out of the gun. He'll be taken down well behind the line, and I think he might have just given those 4 yards right back. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. The open man is Shark. It's complete. Now the ball comes loose. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 43. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 43. Looking to throw. King. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
54. Time to go, night, night. 25. Check 25. Check 25.
Here's King off the play fake. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Obi Melifonwu. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put...
Gordon loses the football. It's loose. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And all the way down to the 7-yard line. A huge play there for Denver. And even 40 yards.
That could very well be a defining play in this game. A touchdown, that gives them the lead, and they took a major step towards getting there with that big play right there.
And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on 1st and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead. 1st and goal, Melvin Gordon. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
2nd down and goal. Newton, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, I don't think we'll have to look very hard to find our play of the game. That was an absolutely monstrous big play right there. Backs to the wall. The offense has it in the red zone, driving for the winning score. And he says, not on my watch. And that is one happy bunch on the sidelines.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket. Unfortunately for him, he was hit as he tried to throw the ball, and that resulted in an incompletion.
King to throw again. That one complete. He finds Sharp. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. It's picked up by the Broncos. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
Well, that takeaway, partner, right there, that's a combination of coaching, execution, and absolute belief. Because a lot of guys will look at the scoreboard and go, this thing's pretty well done. But they still thought to themselves, if we can make a play, we give our teammates a chance to win it. And that's exactly what they did. They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down?
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. It might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the... To start this drive, a little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach would be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Back to throw. King. That's into the hands of Reynolds. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a Rams first down on a pickup of 10. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now King. From the gun, he'll throw. And he hits Drake. And he is down at the 48. A pickup of 4 that started at 148-yard line and ended at the other. Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. They come up on a second down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike.
On second down, it's Drake. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. It's a gain of 15, and the Rams have a first down.
Well, they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll go down at the 28. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
At the 28-yard line.
The first down run got 5. Here's second and 5. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down L.A. And now all of a sudden the shoe's kind of on the other foot. Maybe you pull the reins back here a bit?
Yeah, a little bit because you got to make sure that you don't score too quickly.
Going to give this time to the tailback. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the fourth.
Wow, wow.
The Rams leave the offense on the field. They'll go for 2. King now, operating from the gun. He's got it. And they will not go quietly as we are back to a 2-score game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring, and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out. Back to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And incomplete. I see you nodding your head up and down. It's a very heady decision at this stage of the game. Out of the pocket, nowhere to go. Just get rid of it.
That's a smart play because you're not worried about your completion percentage, and you're also not trying to force it into bad traffic as well. Throw the ball away, live to fight another down.
He'll look to throw. And now another one thrown incomplete. This defense looking impenetrable now. 3 straight incompletions. They're giving him nowhere to go with the football. Maybe a little frustrated back there.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. When you've missed on 3 straight, there's going to be some frustration. But now he's got to make sure that that frustration is temporary, not lingering. Big throw coming up.
They snap it to Newton. And this is caught. He hits more. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. So the big play gets him across midfield now for first and 10. He's back to throw. Forced out to his left. He's going to let it And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
It's a gain of 11 and a first down, L.A.
And their Rams, first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. So the L.A. Rams with a victory here, and they were really helped by their defense forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for the Rams, they used a favorable early schedule to their advantage as they move to 2-0. And they'll get another home date next week as the 49ers will come to town. Meanwhile, for the Broncos, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll be off to Oakland next week for a date with the Raiders. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.